Hey guys, welcome back to Tractors and Stuff. My name's Nick and welcome back to the basement. For those of you on YouTube that are viewing this, these kind of videos are over on my Odyssey channel. Every single video that I've ever done is over on my Odyssey channel. And I'm posting this one to YouTube instead, mostly for the content and because I have a couple of big announcements. So do me a favor, if you haven't found me over on Odyssey yet, head on over to Odyssey. I'll put the link in the description below. So first, a really quick announcement. The reason why we're down here in the basement is because I got a fun little project that's actually not firearm related, and that's why I'm over on Odyssey with these kind of videos, is because I actually got a strike against my YouTube channel for doing a reloading video years ago. And it said something like they took it down and said it violated the community guidelines. So I didn't really appreciate that too much. So I decided to not do those videos for a while. Then I found Odyssey. So, but one of the big announcements, I've been kind of holding off on doing more videos and stuff because I was waiting on this guy. This is a GoPro 10 Black, and I just got it. And I'm super excited, and so I'm going to be doing some good close-up work with it today, and I've been kind of waiting for it to show up. So sorry, what are we doing today? A little bit of a background first. Today we are going to be repairing my everyday carry pocket knife. This is the Kershaw 1670 BLK. And it's no serrations on it. No serrations on it, and it's pretty old. The history of this knife: Christmas 2006. I'd been out of the Marine Corps for about a year and a half, and I found my then girlfriend, now wife. And for a Christmas present, she reached out to the Marines I served with and asked them what I wanted. They said, this knife. So I have had this knife. She gave it to me for Christmas. And I've had this knife in my possession ever since. It is dirty. It has been sharpened countless times. But today we actually have to make a repair. I've done this repair a few times now, and it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The cool thing about Kershaw and many knife manufacturers like them is that they do offer a lifetime warranty. So in the past, I've had to call them and get the part that we're going to be replacing. It just wears out. This time I jumped on their website to find their phone number, and I saw that I can actually order that part free of charge, sent right to my door. So right directly on their website. I didn't have to call them, which is super helpful. So what that part is this guy right here. This is the torsion bar for the spring assist. I'm going to do the spring assist. So it's just a little bar that's inside of here, and it wears out. As you can see, it opens, but it's not very quick. It's not very quick, and it's not very strong. So we're going to take it apart. We're going to clean it. We're going to replace the torsion bar. We're going to lube it, and then we're going to sharpen it. And so I'm going to bring you in real close over here now so you can see all the tools that we're going to be using. We have obviously the torsion bar. That's comes from Kershaw. We have the knife itself. We have this Slip 2000. This is actually gun grease that I use, but it works really good for this knife. We have a Torx bit and a little bit larger Torx bit. We have a toothbrush or some sort of cleaning brush. We have a brush to smear the grease. You could use a Q-tip. You could use whatever you need to use. We have some brake parts cleaner to clean it. And Right down here in the shadows, we have the Kin Onion Edition Work Sharp Knife Sharpener. This is what we're going to use to sharpen it. So I'll pull that out once we get this all replaced. Alright, let's get started. We're going to start by removing the clip. We're going to flip the knife over. We're going to open it up. We're going to take out these 3 screws right here. Now, it's been a while since I've had this knife apart. The first time I did this was in like 2010, and then again in like 2014, and then this is my 3rd or 4th time. I don't recall how many times I've actually done this. Okay. I'm just going to try and separate these 2 halves. A little spool that just fell out. That's like a spacer. There's another one. This one should probably come out too. There we go. I don't remember exactly how this thing comes apart. It's really dirty. Okay, well. There we go. This is the torsion bar that we're replacing. We got some shims, the blade, the lock, torsion bar, plate, and then the 2 scales. So let's get this all cleaned up and then replace this part, and we'll go from there. So basically I just squirted some brake cleaner into here. Just going to use my little toothbrush to dab some. Look at all that nasty grease it's built up in there. It's pretty grody. Okay, so we got it all nice and cleaned up. The next thing we need to do is lubricate it and reassemble it. So the first thing we need to do is get this little torsion bar out of the bag. So this one's brand new. Then we're going to take this scale here that's got this deep cutout. The way this works is this little bent down piece of the bar rides in this little groove right here. It kind of rides like that. And the blade actually, this hole right here on the blade, that goes through there on the bottom, on the back side. So when you open the blade, it rotates. Now this plate then goes like this. You can kind of see how the path of this torsion bar goes around there. And then the blade come on. It moves. There we go. You get it through there. And then the lock sits on top of there. And we got to put these shims on the blade. And then the top scale goes down on top of that. So, I think the first thing we need to do, though, is get this guy. And this guy goes through here like this. Kind of have to build this upside down than what I just showed you. Okay, so we need the lock. And it sits down there just like that. Don't need to lubricate that. And we need the big shim. Like so. And here I'm actually going to squirt some of this Slip 50. Just a little bit. Use the brush to kind of brush that around. Don't take much. Let's see, then we go with this one. And then this is where we need lubricant. I'm actually going to squirt quite a bit in this little channel right here. That'll be good. It doesn't take a lot of grease. I mean, it's not a firearm. It's just a pocket knife. So when that goes in the hole, just rests right on top of there just like that. And this whole thing goes down on the top. Get it lined up here. You can see downside there the plates kind of go into the right spot. Try to. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna have to take these spools, and I start back here at this back one. I'm gonna use some pliers. Try and hold it. Long screw. Let's separate the. scales a little bit so I can get it in there. And then sneak this little bitty screw through the little spool. All right. Now let's check it. I could tell right now. Oh, that's got a lot more snap to it. It opens, but it's not very quick. All right, just gotta put that back on. Pretty simple. Line it up. These two little screws. Trying to get them cross-threaded. Boy, that'd make for a bad day. Must just be tight. And the threads are probably full of gunk. I didn't really clean these screws too much. There we go. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, that is night and day. I really, really like that. It almost, moves your wrist when you flip it open. And I'm just putting pressure forward with my thumb on the little thumb stud, and it just snaps right open. So, but I need a piece of paper. So here we have a piece of paper. This is the paper cutting test. You've seen this a gazillion times. This knife, like I say, it is with me every day, everywhere I go, that I can legally carry it. They get pissed off at me when I take it into the theme park. I have to go, put it in my truck or whatever. But this thing cuts a lot of things, and I don't use it. I've been trained to use it for self-defense, but I've never done that. What I have used this for is cutting lots of materials, paper, tape off of boxes, string, cordage, all sorts of crap. So, and I try to keep it sharp, but I know that it's pretty dull right now. So, I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get right there. I can't. So it's just doing a lot of tearing. Oh, it wasn't half bad, but it ripped it more than anything. So I'm going to get retooled up here, and we're going to sharpen this knife. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to put a good edge on this using the Kin Onion Work Sharp knife sharpener with the attachment, the blade sharpening attachment thing on it. I use the bigger belts. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with this X65 coarse. We're not going to go to the super coarse one. But we're going to start here. This is going to take off just a little bit of metal, and the rest of it's pretty much polishing it. So I got the GoPro set up to get it in there nice and tight so you can see how I'm going to be sharpening this knife. However, I'm going to be trying to work around a GoPro, and it's not exactly the most comfortable thing. I'm going to do my best I can. So as you can see, I'm going to be like this, trying to work around and see around the GoPro. So, but the important thing is for you guys to see it. So let's get this belt installed. Okay. So I lost count of how many times I went per side, but I was just more or less watching the little bead that rolls over. Let's see, the next one is X22. Look at my little cheat sheet there. Yep, X22. This one's pretty fine. So, because we're not taking off a lot of metal, you can kind of get away with, you know, not keeping track so much. I don't like doing that, but is what it is. All right, here we go. Now you can see just how shiny that edge is getting. That's just, if we were to put that on a microscope, you'd see all these little ragged teeth just getting smoothed out. Pretty damn sharp. We're going to take it one more step. And this is the, no, it's not even labeled. It's like super fine. My little cheat sheet has it listed as 6,000. 6,000 grit. Alright, we just got this thing sharpened. Let's see how well it cuts now. Got my same piece of paper. This knife is more than just a knife to me. This was the first gift from my wife on our very first Christmas together, when we were just still dating. She really went above and beyond in making sure that she got me the perfect gift. I would be absolutely devastated if I lost this knife or I damaged it somehow. But I also realize that it's a tool. It's a tool that I carry with me every day. And it's a tool that I use almost every day. And it's something I would, it's like my left arm, right? Where I would be lost without it. As a matter of fact, I did actually lose this knife about a couple years ago. I couldn't find it. You go to that place that you know where it's at, and it's not there. You just go into panic mode. Well, fortunately, about 2 days later, I found it. It had fallen out of my pocket and down into the seat cushions. And I could have swore I checked there, but there it was. So I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of this knife. I know it's going to take care of me. So, I don't know everything about knives. I can't tell you, if this is a good knife for you, but I definitely know it's a good knife for me. My Marines, they know me very well, and they picked out a very good gift and told my wife exactly what to get. But she had the knowledge and the foresight to talk to them and figure out what that something was. Well, that's all I got for today's video. Again, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, head on over to my Odyssey channel. I got some reloading videos already posted up there, and I'm going to start doing a little bit more of that. I wanted to post this one to YouTube because it's an announcement video. I got my new fancy GoPro. This thing's going to get stuck on everything I can think of. I got a bunch of new little tripods and mounting things for it, and I'm super excited for it. Matter of fact, it's still recording. I'm going to do a lot more in the shop now that I have a small camera. I can get in there nice and tight. I also got a new lens on this camera and the shotgun microphone and everything, and I'm hoping, I haven't done audio check yet, but I'm hoping that this video turns out, the audio turns out well. I haven't filmed, this is the first video I've ever filmed with this, and like I said, I've been kind of holding off on some projects and that sort of thing until I got this camera, and now it's here. I'm going to start kicking butt. Well, that's really all I got for this one. Like I said, I wanted this video to be kind of an announcement video. But if you like the content that you saw, head on over to Odyssey. I know some of you are pretty loyal to YouTube, and so am I, obviously. But, Odyssey has got a lot of good content over there. And they don't censor like YouTube does. I don't get videos taken down because I made a reloading video. So consider that. There's a lot of other gun tubers and stuff out there on YouTube that are getting demonetized and whatnot, and they're trying to come up with ways to create money because it's what they do full time. I don't do this full time, and I'm not a gun tuber at all. But I do reload, I do shoot, I do lots of different things. And that's why I kind of had a issue trying to identify my channel. I went from all these different names and stuff to try and figure out what this channel should be called. And I decided on tractors and stuff. And this is kind of the more of the stuff into things. Just random stuff. So, how to fix a Kershaw pocket knife that you've had in your pocket for 15 years. So, consider heading on over there and checking it out. It's really cool. Well, that's all I got for this one. Again, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.